Each major has a student organization, I guess a club, that gathers semi-regularly. The students provide a lot of the leadership for these clubs, and they do fun activities as well as work with faculty to organize programs about professional opportunities in their major or growing out of their major. So there are lots of ways to get involved. A great example of this is the Psych Society. That's the Society for all psychology majors. Criminal Justice also has a very big and active club. So I encourage all students simply to ask their peers in classes or ask their professor. First, I always encourage students to talk to their faculty. Talk to your professor, ask the questions, because if you have a question, something that is not clear to you, most likely it's not clear to other students in the class too. Professors are here because they care about students and they want to engage with you. Similarly, I always encourage students to talk to their success coaches. The success coaches are particularly trained to help students work on things like time management, study skills. So if you're a little uncomfortable talking to your professor, go talk to your success coach. So those are really two great resources, and those folks can then connect you to other resources on campus, like the Career and Professional Development Office or the tutoring services. We have a variety of those. If you're struggling in your math class, don't struggle alone. There's lots of support. All the majors in the School of Behavioral and Social Sciences build in various experiential learning activities. And one that is available to all students on campus is a course on civic engagement. Students take this course, it's called the Civics Lab, and the students as a class decide on an issue that is important to them, and then they walk through on how to make a difference in the Austin community on this issue. So we have had classes that have chosen to study food deserts in Austin and then make recommendations to Capital Metro for putting maps inside Capital Metro buses that tell people where the nearest grocery store is to each stop. So it's a class where they can really make a difference on an issue that is important to them. One I want to highlight right now is a course in our environmental science and policy major. It's called Natural Resources, Conservation and Management. And I think what makes this class so fun is that students get to take what they're learning in the classroom, what they've learned in their other classes about ecology or conservation, and they go out into the Austin community and meet people whose jobs, right, focus on resource management. And they get to understand how theory meets practice, but they also get to meet people and can imagine perhaps themselves in positions like, in jobs like that. So they build networks and get a good idea of the range of possibilities for a job growing out of a major like environmental science and policy. I have had the pleasure of working at St. Edward's since 2003. So there are so many wonderful memories that come to mind. So many really powerful experiences with students. I think for me, in teaching history, I had the opportunity to teach study abroad a couple of occasions, and it was always so exciting to travel with students, some of whom had never traveled internationally before, some of whom thought they were old hands, right? And introduce them to a new city, a new culture, a new history. And the first time I traveled to Angers, France, it was the 65th anniversary of D-Day. And so we took students over that weekend to Normandy, to the beaches. They were able to witness some of the celebrations and meet veterans. And it always moves me to think about how that experience made something that they had been reading about, something they'd seen movies about, it made it real. And they were able to ask their questions and see the places. And clearly still affects me today.